Hello student, how are you? I hope you all are happy and enjoying the mathematics. My dear student, today I am going to explain a new chapter named inverse trigonometric function. Right. My dear student, as we have discussed in chapter number 4, relation in function, we have discussed function. Right. Okay. We have just represent a function by f and inverse of a function by f inverse. But the key question is arise here that when the inverse of a function will exist, which we have discussed in our previous video, right? Okay, let's once again I am telling to you how the inverse will exist of any function. Then we will discuss about the trigonometric function, right? Okay, I have a function f r to r, real number to real number, right? Okay, this function is defined by f equal to x plus 2. Your choice. Let us suppose you have to choose f(x) equal to x plus 2. Okay. Now, real number to real number, right? Its domain and codomain both are real. Let us suppose you will put x equal to 1, you will get corresponding range 2 plus 1, 3, which is also a real number. If you put x equal to 2, you will get 2 plus 2 equal to 4. If you will put x equal to 3, you will get 3 plus 3, 3 plus 2 equal to 5. If you will put x equal to 4, you will get 4 plus 2 equal to 7. Like that. So what we are observing here? We are observing here that each element in the domain have distinct image in its codomain. Image of 1 is 3, image of 2 is 1, 4, image of 3 is 5, image of 4 is 7. And every element of its codomain are making the pre-image in its domain. Right? Means no any element of its codomain are being left. Yes? Is it clear? It means this function is 1 1 and onto. Right? 1 1 is like that. The symbol is a symbol for 1 1. One element have a unique image. Right? Okay. And whole codomain is range. Means nothing is left in the codomain. Every element of the domain, codomain are making the pre-image in its domain. So my dear student, for any function to be a invertible, it is essential that it have to be 1 1 and onto. Why? Okay, for invertible function, let us suppose this function is from domain 1, 2, 3, 4 and codomain and range 3, 4, 5, 7. You can consider for only these, under this, right? This is invertible as well, because if for the invertible function, this codomain, whole codomain, right, will convert into the domain, and this whole domain will convert into the codomain or range, right? So I can, since it is invertible for this, so I can write f inverse. Now domain will convert into the range will convert into the domain 3, 4, 5, 7. Nothing will left, right? And domain will convert into the range 1, 2, 3, 4. So, my dear student, I want to say that it is essential that function must be 1, 1 and 1, 2. Means bijective. If this function will not be 1, 2, then it is called into function. Right? Okay. Now, we'll discuss about the inverse trigonometric function. Means inverse of a trigonometric function. Before discussing about the inverse trigonometric function, my dear student, we need to understand about the trigonometric function. Sine, its domain range. Cosine, that is cos, its domain range. Tangent, that is tan, its domain range. Second, that is sec, its domain range. Cosecant, that is cos, its domain range. Let us understand about these functions. Okay. Since the domain of a sine function is all real number, my dear student, you must know that the angle which are in terms of radian are all real. Are all real number. It will be pi is real, pi by 2 real, 2 pi real, pi by 4 real, right? Okay. But the range will be only -1 to 1, right? Since the maximum value of a sine is 1 and minimum value is -1. Let's understand this by the help of the diagram. For a sine function, domain is a real number. Real number may be 0, 0 degree, pi by 4, pi by 2, and pi plus pi by 2. You can write, and pi 2 pi, right? You know that range is -1 and 1, including -1 and 1, and the value between -1 and 1. Okay, sine 0, the value of sine 0, sine function, sine 0 is 0, sine 90, because 0 is lying between -1 and 1, and sine 45, 1 upon root 2, and sine 90, 1, and sine pi minus 1, sine pi minus 1, by helping itself you can just understand, -1, 1, okay, sine 2 pi, pi 0 and 2 pi equal to again 0. Okay, from this diagram, my dear student, you can identify that this function is not a 1, 1, it is many 1, right? So it is not invertible for its given domain and range. Is that clear? Okay. Second one, same way, cosine function, domain is a real number and range is -1 to 1, closed interval. This is also not invertible for its whole domain and range. Okay, tangent. We need to understand why the domain of this tangent function is r minus x such that x equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2 for every n belong to Z. My dear student, as you know that value of tan 90 equal to infinite. For this, value of tan 90 equal to infinite, right? Right. Those values of the domain will not be in the category of the domain if its corresponding range will be infinite, because you are not getting any finite value for x equal to pi by 2. So the x equal to pi by 2 will not be a domain, right? Domain are only which gives the finite value in its codomain, right? So or multiple, so or odd multiple of pi by 2 you will subtract from whole real number. The rest will be the domain of this tan function, right? And its codomain may be any real number, right? Now you can see second function in sec. Domain are r minus x such that x equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. 2n plus 1 pi by 2, right? Okay. Let us understand why its domain is real number minus this. My dear student, like as since cos 90 equal to 0, by the help of trigonometry identity, sin 90 equal to 1 upon 0 means infinite. Means for the odd multiple of pi by 2, you are getting the infinite range. Infinite value means it will not be a range. Range means finite value, right? So the domain are x, all real number excluding this, means pi by 2. If you put n equal to 2, 2 to the 4 plus 1, 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, 9 pi by 2. Excluding these value, rest will be called domain. Okay. Now let us understand why its range not a real number, why its range only real number minus 1 to 0, minus 1 to 1. Real number minus the value between minus 1 and 1. Value between minus 1 and 1 means minus 1 and 1 will be included, but the value between minus 1 and 1 will subtracted from the real number. Why it is? Okay. My dear student, for this codomain and range you can say, okay, since sec x equal to 1 upon cos x, right? If you will put the value sec x equal to 1 upon cos x, okay, if the value of the cos x lie between minus 1 and 1, including minus 1 and 1, right? You will observe that what you will get. What you will get? If the value of the x lie between minus 1 and 1, what you will get? Please observe. If you will put x equal to minus 1, you will get minus 1. If you will put x equal to 1, you will get 1. Means 1 and minus 1 you will get. I am not subtracting 1 and minus 1. I am subtracting the value between minus 1 and minus 1 and 1. Means or minus this open interval you are subtracting. Right? Okay. Sec x. If you will put the value between minus 1 and 1, what will be? Observe. If you will put the value, let us suppose the value will be minus 1 and 1, 1 by 2. What you will get? It will be 2. Means you will not get any value between minus 1 and 1. All value will exclude it in its range between minus 1 and 1. So therefore its range is real number minus open interval of minus 1 and 1. Right? Okay. Like as cosec. In cosec, domain is r minus x equal to n pi. My dear student, as you know that sin pi equal to 0. So therefore cosec pi equal to 1 upon 0 means infinite. You are getting the infinite range for the pi. Means for pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi, 6 pi, dash n pi. You are getting an infinite value in its codomain. It means it is not a range. Range means finite value. So therefore, the domain will be a real all real number minus x equal to n pi, excluding this. Okay. Now, its range. Why its range excluding this? Since cosec x equal to 1 upon sin x, right? For the real number, the sin x, if the sin x will be minus 1 in 1, including minus 1 in 1, right? What you will get? You will get the value, you can get minus 1 in 1, and but you will get the value greater than this, beyond this. Why? Let us suppose you will put 1 upon 3. The value between minus 1 and 1 upon 3. What you will get? 1 upon 3 means you are getting 3. Means you are getting the value, right, beyond this intervals, right? The value of cos x will never lie between minus 1 and 1. Although you will get 1 and minus 1, but you will not get the value between minus 1 and 1. So the range will be for this real domain, excluding this, you will get the range r minus the value between minus 1 and 1. Right? Okay. I hope you understand all these. Okay. So you have understand that these trigonometric functions are not invertible for its given domain or corresponding range because it's seen many one times. Okay, let us see the graph of sine function, right? Sine function, okay. If sine theta equal to 0, you will get the corresponding value of a given function at theta equal to 0, that is x equal to 0, you will get 0. If x equal to pi by 2, you will get the maximum value of sine x is 1, right? If you will get x equal to pi, you will get again 0. If you will get x equal to 3 pi by 2, you will get corresponding value of y is minus 1. If you will get x equal to 2 pi, you will get the value of a given function again 0. Means you are getting same value for different domain like as there, right? Let us suppose I will draw a line. You can observe, right? Let us suppose this is pi by 4, right? If x equal to pi by 4, you are getting the value 1 upon root 2. Sine 45 equal to 1 upon root 2. If the value is here, for this domain you are getting 1 upon root 2. For this domain, you are getting 1 upon root 2. For this domain, you are getting 1 upon root 2. For different value of the domain means you are getting the same value 1 upon 2. So my dear student, what I want to say? I want to say that from this graph, this function is many one type. That is, it is not one and on two. So we cannot find the inverse of a trigonometric function like h. But why we still need to find the inverse? Because there is a use of this inverse trigonometry is also in our integration, in our differentiation. So it is essential to find its inverse under some restricted domain, under some limited domain, right? Okay, let us study about this part. Okay, under this part you will observe that the value of the function for every domain are distinct. Okay, you can say, so you can assume this part only for its inverse, right? Only for this part. Okay, for this part, what is the maximum value of the domain? Pi by 2, and minimum value of the domain? Minus pi by 2. So you can write sine inverse, the maximum value of the domain is, minimum value of the domain is minus pi by 2 and maximum value is pi by 2, right? And corresponding range will be minus 1 to 1 closed interval, right? Under this condition, the given trigonometric function will be invertible. So my dear student, one question must be arise in your mind, that why we can't take this part? Can we take? If you take only this part, will it invertible? Yes, this part is also invertible. But internationally, it is accepted that we will only take the principal domain. This is called minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 principal domain. We only solve the problem for principal domain. That's why I have taken this. Otherwise, we can take for this and this, but you will not solve the problem for this, because internationally we have accepted this. We will take only this principal domain. This is called principal domain, right? Like as we can discuss the graph of cos, tan, sec and cosec. Okay. Now the question arises here, how we will draw the graph of inverse trigonometry, right? My dear student, it is very simple to draw the graph of inverse trigonometry, right? What you will do? Okay, you will simply rotate. This. Okay. This is domain and this is range. You can rotate this like that. If you rotate this, and after rotating this, you will make its mirror image. When you will rotate this, what will happen? This part will move here, right? And then you will invert it. You will invert this. You will do like this one. Okay. This part will move here, and this part, after rotating this, and this whole part will be here, right? And you will invert. You will make its mirror image. Like as you can do here, right? So this is the graph of invertible function. You will just rotate this, right? Okay. Now what is the domain? Domain is Now domain are minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Under this principal domain, minus pi by 2. This is plus pi by 2 and this is minus pi by 2. Right? Okay. The range is minus 1 to 1. Minus 1 to 1. Minus 1 to 1. Right? Under this portion. Under this principal part. Is it clear? Minus 1 to 1. Okay. I hope you understand this. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.